Hello, welcome back. Today's Sunday, the 25th of May, and I've just come back from walking along by the river to a food festival. It was bustling with people. Everybody was having a nice time, buying the jams, the chutneys, all the different street food from the stalls, etc. And I've just returned home, and it's led me here to read on the food. Now, there's a viewer, Carol, I believe, that has been asking me, please look at the food that we're eating. Is it safe? Is it harmful? Have they been putting in additives that are harmful to people? So I thought, remembering this is just a story and for entertainment purposes only, I would take a look. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. If you like my vibe, please remember to hit the like button, share and subscribe, because it's your way of contributing and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's just have a look at the food we're eating. Let's just have a look. What do the cards have to say? And I've got here heartache and loss. Which leads me on to, is there something they're putting in our food that is leading to heart problems, loss of good health? And I know people say if you eat junk food, you know, you are what you eat, etc. But I feel there's something more to this. So we've got heartache and loss. And that's card number 3. To me, that's collaborations, communities, groups of people. Anything else, please, Spirit? And I've got here the waiting game, and there's the tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So the waiting game. Interesting. And here I've got the roots of the tree and the growth. And it wanted to come out in a block position. So it's a waiting game. Okay. And, you know, the roots here are barren. There's no growth on that. And on the other side of the scale, there's the growth. Interesting. Anything else, please, Spirit? Thank you. And I've got here patience. Looking at that little seed in the hand there and the bloom growing from it. So is there something that's going to come out about the food, which is going to lead people to growing their own food and going back to basics? Healthy. There's one more. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. And I've got here mental conflict. I knew there was another card. Interesting. It's another card number 2. And there you can just see the part of the brain is exposed there. Mental conflict. It says something they're putting in our food, which is causing anxiety, which is causing an imbalance within our brains, within our systems. Mental conflict. Interesting. Now, what else would you like to say, please, Spirit? Thank you. What else would you like to say? Right. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say about the food chain, please? And I've got law enforcement, and I've got fired, fired, and I've got grandparent. Now, back in the day, our grandparents, etc., they did all eat healthy. They were eating they were having lard, and we were told that lard was no good. One minute we're told eggs are good for us, and then we're told that we mustn't eat eggs. They raise your cholesterol, etc. I'm no foodie, but I know there's conflicting evidence all the time. But law enforcement and fired. So is this going to be exposed? What they've been doing to our food? Show me more, please, Spirit. And I've got here red lipstick stains again. That came out with my KS reading. And I've got anger management. And I've got watching things go down, enjoying the gossip, burning evidence, setting the record straight. There's the evidence there in the box. Fired, burning the evidence, setting the record straight. Looks very similar to that picture, doesn't it? Right. Anything else from my teeny weeny tiny whiny deck that you'd like to say about the food, please? The food that we're eating, the food that's being pushed on us. Thank you. And I've got here run away, escape, confession, making a deal. Handcuffs there again. Is this to do with a billy goat? Charlie Big Spuds? And I've got here death. Right. Excuse me. I feel I know where we're going with this. It's been alleged that in some of the big food chains, some of the meat is questionable. I've got run away, escape, run away, missing persons, death. So they can't speak up, and the meat being questionable. And I've also got here hidden network, and I think you can recognize the face on there with the island in the background. Anything else, please, Spirit? Thank you. And I've got here private property. So there's red tape around this. It's not common knowledge. Right. Anything else you'd like to say to us, please, about the food chain? Thank you. And I've got here, yeah, hiding something. Anything else, please, Spirit? Volcano mountains. The little lost soul there, and around all those mountains and the like, there's a heart, and a human heart. Anything else, please, Spirit? Thank you. And I've got here politicians and government. Right, let's get into the cards. Right, can you show me, please, Spirit? Are we correct? No, can you tell me, please, Spirit? The well-known food chains takeaways, fast food that are promoted worldwide, globally. Can you show me, please, Spirit, are there hidden ingredients in the food? Are there hidden ingredients in the food that are detrimental to the well-being and health of the population? Are there hidden ingredients that we're not being told what they are? I've got the Fool, I've got the Nine of Wands. Interesting here because I have, in this particular illustration of the Fool, it's like they're dancing. It's like he's dancing. The puppet master is dancing there on top of the world. And there we've got the egg timer again that we started with, the waiting game. Are we going to find out? The dog's holding on for dear life there. Are we going to find out that the puppet master has been trying to rewrite the book and trying to change what we digest, what we're eating, what we're drinking? Because here with this Nine of Wands in this particular deck I've chosen, he really is stressed out and burnt out, literally surrendering. Now, the Nine of Wands represents to me, at the end of your tether, really feeling like you've been through it. Digestion, thank you, Spirit. It represents digestive issues to me. And yeah, and almost looking like he's in pain there with these digestive issues. And when I'm asking about, is there something going into the food that we're not being told that it's detrimental, my Ten of Cups came up. My Ten of Cups represents families, people, children, parents. But there's a huge dog on there. Now I'm questioning the meat that's going in there. Is this also affecting our pets and the food that they're eating? Is this why so many pets are not living the lifespan of what they usually do for their breed? I, for one, have just lost my lovely Bella, but she did live to be 13. But I was cautious about what she was eating and drinking. But we just buy this dog food off the shelf, hoping that the ingredients in there are nourishing and good for our pets. We buy this meat, we buy these vegetables, hoping, trusting that it's all good. However, when I'm asking, is it detrimental? I'm looking at that fire, okay, the indigestion, the animal, and I'm also looking at my Two of Swords with the tips of the sword down and the blindfold, not being shown the truth, okay? Not being shown the truth. Because the sword's about your words, and when my Ace of Swords comes out, this is all about clarity, knowing the truth. But I've got two swords here with the tips down, and that almost looks like a world there. Is somebody trying to control our minds, our words, what we're eating, what we're drinking, with the blindfold there? Can you clarify a little bit more, please, Spirit? It's not that deck, thank you. We're going to try this deck today. Now, can you show me, please, Spirit? Are we correct in believing that the food chain has been compromised with ingredients intended to cause illness and depopulation. There you go. I'm going to say it. Thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify, please? This deck doesn't want to speak. Can you clarify, please, Spirit? Thank you. And I've got here the judgment in reverse. So in life, we come to a point in our life where we've learned the lessons, we've been through so many situations. We come to a point in our life where, we then step into the new era. We know where we've been. We get to retirement because the judgment card talks about retirement, and then we can settle down for the latter part of our lives. I've got here the judgment card in reverse, and interestingly, there's a wise owl up there, and these do look very angelic. They almost look like angels around. And it's in reverse. Are they trying to, so the wise owl is not, it's like the blinkers are on the wise owl here with the judgment coming in reverse. Are they trying to rewrite our stories for us? And in the judgment card in my other decks, it's like a coffin. Archangel Gabriel's got his trumpet and he's calling people, and people are literally rising up and stepping up to their purpose. But it's in reverse. So when it comes to the theory of in this story, remembering none of this is fact, this is just entertainment purposes only. It's just me and my cards. When it comes to, is it a depopulation theory, trying to make people ill? I believe so. Because when it's upright, we're rising. But when it's in reverse here, that light can't get through. The wisdom can't get through. Can you clarify that, please, Spirit? That was an interesting card. Can you clarify? Well, there you go. And I've got the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles here. And in this particular picture of the Two of Wands, he's sat here with all these books, one eye open, deep in thought. The Two of Wands is about having the opportunity and making the decision to leave something behind and go in a different direction. The ships are there waiting to come in, but he's kind of like a little bit apprehensive. And with the Two of Pentacles, this is spinning plates, juggling. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's an awful lot of green in this card. And the green to me represents healing. And she's sitting in a meditative state here. And I'm looking at three beautiful, it's almost like she's sitting in the leaf of a lotus flower. And I'm seeing three beautiful, bright sparks here. And with the Page of Swords here, researching, teaching, learning, I believe this particular situation is in hand to be put right. Because this is the Pentacles, but these three lights here represent to me collaboration, communication. The green to me represents the earth, Mother Earth. and she's sitting in a meditative state inside the leaf of a lotus flower, the heart chakra, Archangel Raphael, the healing. So I do feel this has been going on for a while, but I feel it's being taken care of. Remembering where we started here with the hidden network and the confession with those handcuffs. Private property. Can you clarify, please, Spirit? Is there anything else you would like to say about the food here, please? Thank you. And I've got here tower, chaos, or in a building. Chaos or in a building. And it looks like it's being blown apart. Let me know. And I've got here chariot, vehicle or moved. This came out again the other day. Feel organized. Purposely disappeared, accomplice, or had help. Hey. Empress, mother figure, empathy, mother nature. Accident. Right. I just need some straight answers. Can you clarify, please, Spirit? I'm going to ask. I'm just going to ask. Have the hierarchy been slowly poisoning our food chain in my story? In my story, I believe this to be the case. Okay. Over here, I had, when we started, setting the record straight. And what I didn't mention was the card, the judgment card, that fell upright on top of it, being held accountable for their actions. When I've just asked, have they slowly but surely been poisoning the food chain in my story? I've got my Ace of Pentacles in reverse, meaning they may well have tried to play God with our food chain here in this beautiful garden. Looking at the clouds there. But in reverse, it's going to fall through. Because I've got a Knight of Cups here and a Queen of Cups. Meaning this is going to be exposed. There's some good news. She's got a cup of goodness here. He's got a cup of goodness. This is the messenger, okay? So this will be exposed by somebody that's in touch with heart-based. And here with the moon in reverse, this shows me that the secrets are going to come out. This is things that were hidden from us. And it feels that the secrets are going to come out. I'm going to clarify that. Can you show me any more about the long-term of our food chains, please. Thank you. Of our food. There you go. That's all I needed to know. It was difficult when I'm channeling and I'm doing these readings. It's difficult for me to use the logic side of my brain whilst I'm channeling. So I forget the questions I need to ask. So I'm not purposely ignoring your questions on this matter. I just forget them whilst I'm reading. But I'm asking, what else do we need to know? And here we have the Page of Pentacles, earthy, good news, face to face with the Page of Wands. So we're going to find out about this. We're going to get help. There is going to be a stop put to this because justice will be served. So in a lot of my readings from last year, when I first started reading for you, they're all falling into place now. The universe doesn't wear a watch. So when people are asking about timings, I can only go with the messages that my guides are giving me. But things are slowly but surely panning out in the correct manner, in the correct timing. So it feels like we are going to get some help. Our planet is getting some help. And meddling with our food, meddling with our DNA, meddling with our soul's purpose and our lives. Justice is fighting back, and justice will be served. And I'm going to get an angel message before I go back out. So I'm going to be meeting my sister and going for a quick walk along the cliff top there. Can you show me, what would you like to say to us, please, regarding the food chain? 25, put your energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. And, there's that sword of light, the sword of truth, Archangel's trumpet there, all of this beautiful light coming out here. And, I do feel we are creating a better world. And I know it feels tough at the moment, it feels harsh. And certainly reading some of your comments this morning when I woke up, it does upset me when I see that people are, really struggling to keep their vibration high. And if you are struggling, please check out my playlist with the awakening, the awakening spirituality readings in there, because they were messages from my guides just to lift you all and give you hope, because we are getting, our planet is getting help, and we're going through a tough time at the moment because everything needs to come to the surface to be seen for what it is, but on the other side of this, it's just oh so beautiful. I see it in all of my readings, I get it through my channelings, I get messages whilst I'm sleeping, and I don't feel fearful. And there you go. Time to spend some time in nature, breathe in the fresh air. So if you are feeling low, if you are feeling like you're struggling, get yourself out. My vibration is very high because I'm always out and about in the fresh air, in between my readings or whenever I can, just breathing in that fresh air because, we are returning back to basics. As we started here, growing our own food here, and eating healthy and, sharing our food and what we have to offer with our friends and our neighbours. We're all going back to how life used to be centuries and centuries and centuries ago, where we were all helping each other. And, that's exactly what's happening. I'm going to get one more because I feel you need it. And I've got here, what you're thinking about is correct. So I'm correct. Ta-da! Anyway, on that note, enjoy the rest of your weekend and don't forget to hit the like button if you like my vibe. It just helps me and it does encourage me to continue. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Bye.